this first topic that I want to talk about, and Dante, you can give me the wide shot here, is this is something I added to the rundown just this morning because I saw something on Bang's Instagram story, and I feel like Bang's Instagram story is also like my news. If I miss something, I know he's gonna post it on there. If I don't catch it on my Apple News app, I want to see what's going on in entertainment. You gotta go to Bang's IG story. And Shannon Sharpe, and I just want to get this out there because in the internet, I know if you say anything critical about a person, you're hating or you don't like them, whatever. I've always been a Shannon Sharpe fan, even like since his playing days. I was a big fan of Shannon Sharpe when he was with the Broncos, when he was the Ravens, one of the greatest tight ends of all time. And I even liked when he started his media career with the first iteration of the NFL Network, where it was, Deion Sanders, Rich Eisen, Shannon Sharpe, Carissa Thompson was over there. That era was good. And I'm a fan of his. I like what he's doing. I like how he's taking his platform from just, a couple months ago, almost a year ago, he's on the outs with Fox, the whole situation, them getting into it with the Grizzlies, and now he's on First Take. His platform, Club Shay Shay, is probably the biggest black media platform right now. Got to give him credit for that. Here's the problem that I have. It's getting a little too messy. It's going from Club Shay Shay to Club Shay Shay room. It's becoming real shade room-esque to the point where you have these long-ass interviews. And shout out to their social media team for clipping them up. Because if you think I'm listening to 3 hours of Monique talk, you got me fucked up. The way they do things. Now, if that's the way he's going for, if he's like, yo, I want to be, the NFL version of like Jason Lee, as Orlando just said in the chat, or he's trying to be the next Wendy Williams, fine. I can't knock the hustle on that. I just would expect more from a guy who's as decorated as he is, playing the game of football, and just the way he's came from starting at CBS and starting the NFL Network to doing this stuff. I kind of think it's a little bit beneath him, and I don't really like the way it's going. And I also don't like how it's like, I feel like niggas just gonna start going up there saying whatever now. Like, I'm not saying that, what Cat Williams is saying was what was false or whatever. Some of the stuff might have been true. I do live out in Hollywood. Nothing I hear about Hollywood shocks me. And I'm not saying what Monique said isn't true either, but it's to the point where I feel like people are going to start going on that show and just saying wild shit to say wild shit. And it's going to kind of remind me of the early Breakfast Club days. So I want to go to Bang first. Bang, what's your opinion on this? Because I forgot what you called him. You called him NFL version or something.
So I said Shannon Sharpe ain't nothing but a football playing Tasha K, fam. I too am a fan of Shannon Sharpe. I too was excited when he left Undisputed because I don't watch Fox Sports. I can't do that. It's I've not been able to watch I have not been able to watch Fox Sports regularly since the Best Damn Sports Show period. And then when he went to First Take, I was excited about that. And the early Club Shay Shay, I was watching heavily. But shouts out to one of the OGs, Mary Datcher, who said that she tired of these biopic interviews. Like, this is where we at right now. Like, a lot of the stuff, the Cat Williams stuff and the Monique stuff especially, and the Country Wayne joint, because Country Wayne mentioned Jess Hilarious. It's like, it's turned into the Kiki session. Yeah. When I was first watching Club Shay Shay, it was just like good conversation, learning new things about people, and it was pretty good. Like, it was even the joint with him and Ocho. That was supposed to be about football. And then it slowly went away from talking about the week in football or the night in football to who got a fat ass and what's going on. So, as much as I am a fan of Shannon Sharpe, it's just a little bit too much kikiing is going on. It's turning into like early 90s talk show. This like Ricky Lake, Sally Jesse Raphael, Phil Donahue, Montel Williams show. Like, it's turning into that. And I really want him to get back to what Club Shay Shay used to be. But the cat's out of the bag now. Now everybody is going to Club Shay Shay to kiki and gossip and stuff, and a little bit disappointed. But I don't want, if this get clipped, I don't want nobody to think that I don't mess with Shannon Sharpe. But Club Shay Shay ain't nothing but a football playing Tasha K. That's what that is right there. So if you want me to say it like this, there's Club Shay Shay, and then there's the other content. And I like the other content more than I like the Club Shay Shay because this right here is turning into key gossip stuff, and I'm good on that.
Courtney, what's your opinion on this?
My opinion is that I don't have one. I just like I tried tuning in once, but I just don't find Shannon Sharpe to be like that fascinating for me to dedicate any additional time to him aside from like sports stuff. So yeah, it does nothing for me. But yeah, I see what y'all are talking about in the group chat, and I'm like, that's a little weird for someone of his level to be
too over that shit.
talking like that. Yeah, it's a little crazy. It's a little crazy.
Ain't too over that shit. And it'd be funny when they be silently calling him out on First Take. And I think it was Ryan Clark said, you know, Shannon, sometimes you say stuff. Why? Well, we understand why you saying and Stephen A. See, I understand. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm like, Stephen A., you be having like ass breakdowns on the Stephen A. Smith show too. So you're not out of the conversation either.
Like, yeah, I'll let Dante go, but I got some questions I want to ask y'all, but I'll wait till Dante done.
Go ahead, Dante.
Yeah, you know, they always say it's a sad sight when you find out people are corny as fuck. But like,
okay,
I think it's just unfortunate because it's like you said, JR, like these were like platforms that were meant for football, and now we get to the point where we're really like gossiping. And like you said, people gonna go in there and say anything. The nigga 21 Savage went on there and said, "Yeah, I won the spelling bee by spelling supercalifragilisticexpialidocious." It's like, nigga, that's not a real word. Like, we're at the point where we just saying anything, and for him to allow his platform to get to that, it's fucking insane.
This actually gets to something that I've thought about for quite some time, but it further submits my point that men are the biggest gossips of all. Y'all talk about women, but men, y'all are some chatterboxes for sure.
Don't generalize me by putting me with
don't say y'all. I don't know who y'all.
I feel you.
No,
wait a minute.
No,
hey,
you're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. Y'all.
It's not wrong.
It's strange.
I don't gossip in the. Wait a minute. I don't gossip about the. Hey, you don't hear me gossip in there. I talk about sports and get cussed out. When I ask a goddamn question.
Sources, okay? This is why Trump won.
Yeah, I just asked the question and got cussed out. I don't want to gossip in. I don't even want to ask a question. But no, Dante said it. Like, are we just finding out that the people that we looked up to from a sports perspective is corny as hell?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's one. Okay, I won't talk about the person. I'll just talk about the experience. It was just real disappointing to hear somebody like point to me and tap me and was like, yo, look what I got on my phone. Look what they be sending me and look at this and look at that. And I was sitting there like, what? I used to work at Best Buy and I was getting those things. I was in my 20s. Why are you in your 40s and celebrating this now? Like, it's the best way I could put it. It's the best way I could put it. I'm sorry, forgive my Chicago. But it's just finding out that the cool dude that you thought was just a dude that don't get no ass, but he just be lying about it to the whole crew. Like, that's what they're starting to become to me. Like Stephen A. Smith giving ass sizes and some of the answering some of the questions that he get from the fans. Like, what's your favorite song to have sex to? Fam, I'm not listening to this show. I'm not watching this show.
I don't want to know what Stephen A. has sex to.
I don't want to know what you having sex to, my brother. Like, just tell me what's going on in the world of sports. And if you want to talk about it in a more honest way and using different words that you would use on First Take, that's fine. But I don't need to know any of these things that you're talking about right now, buddy. Like, that's going to make me look at you crazy. That's going to make me look at you corny. And then then you add to the fact when you be seeing these cats walking and strutting and all of this stuff, I'm like, man, y'all don't get no ass. Like, y'all lame. Like, that's the first thing that I think about. And even with the clip that you saw in the stories with Sweetie, like, bruh, she's off of another. Matter of fact, forget another one. She's off of a rumored relationship.
Yeah.
And they confirmed the relationship with YG. And you get on the stage on a live show and you Women,
and devaluing that black queen.
Yeah, you talk about Sweetie, the one that used to date Quavo, bro. She's been off that, and that's what you bring up, and that's what you resort to. Like, not if you don't know none of the music, fam, just don't bring the person up there. Don't embarrass yourself like that. But to embarrass yourself to the point where you didn't talk about the relationship she just got out of, you talked about the past relationship, which just so happened to have some issues in there. Like, man, that's corny. That's corny as hell.
Yeah, I agree too. And it's just something too. I get, like, as we always say, Bang, content is king. I understand, I get it. But it's just like, I didn't like the Sweetie thing. It was wild corny to me because one, you could tell she was obviously uncomfortable. Two, it also came off like they had no idea. Well, obviously, he had no idea about her because it was just something he probably got from his PR or something like that. We're gonna have Sweetie come on. And I feel like even with these guests that they be having, like, what does that have to do with your show and what the like nightcap is supposed to be about? A nightcap on a recap of everything that happened in that day of football or that day of basketball, and y'all up here interviewing T-Pain and shit. So, you know, like I said, I'm not hating on nobody hustle and shit. If that's the avenue that Shannon is really trying to do, more power to him. I just personally, I expected more. Maybe that's my fault for expecting more of them. And also, just as a Chicagoan, and like you said, Bang, pardon my Chicago, we also think 98% of motherfuckers is lame.
That paper on display, a